What's up, y'all? We are back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing some uh, acrylic Valentine's Day nails. Here I got Young Nails Cherry Blossom. I'm excited. I am so excited because um, I finally bought Young Nails. I have tried it before, but make sure y'all watch to the end for the pricing. That is big. I know a lot of people are asking, like, how much do you charge? And there's my size 12 Kolinsky panna brush. I got this off of Amazon. Just type in panna brush, you'll find them all. And it's a very good brush. I highly recommend it. I think I'm going to switch all my brushes out too as they phase out. So here we are with this first bead. And like I was saying, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you want me to continue to, make this content, make sure you subscribe. I want to get to 200 subscribers. I used to be there when I used to do YouTube very, very strong. And I get it. People taper off if you don't post anything. So I get it. But I want to build it back up. I want this to be more than just y'all watching me do nails. I want this to be a community of, nail enthusiasts, nail techs, people that get their nails done. So we can just kind of keep each other informed and keep each other inspired. Hence, my business name is Nailspiration. Y'all see the banner on my page. So my room was very cold, and the stuff was running. The acrylic was very runny. So if your room is cold, the temperature does affect, the monomer, which then affects your work. So it gets a little better. Just bear with this first nail. And then also too, I noticed that I was working a little bit on the wet side. And that's why I do these videos, not just for you guys, but for myself as well, so that I can go back and look over my work and, kind of critique myself to make myself better. It has made me better within the last year. No lie. Like from the beginning of 2023 till the end of 2023, major changes, especially in my fouling. Because I'm not going to lie to you guys. Those of you that are thinking about becoming a nail tech, there are going to be things that you're like, oh, I don't like this part. And fouling was that for me. From the first day I walked into nail school, I was like, I don't like fouling. I didn't like fouling my natural nails when I used to do my nails as a youngin'. And I still really don't care for it, but I know that it is important so that that finished product can look the best. Even if you don't lay the acrylic the best, if you know how to file and make it look good, it's not too late. Unless you just got bumpy, horrible, dry beads on your nail. Okay, so it's gonna kind of let y'all watch and see what's what, and it's kind of watching me work. Right now I'm just evening this out. That's important too. That was something that I didn't do in the past. I did not take the time to just make sure that acrylic is setting the way as close as possible to the way that I would want it. Okay, so now we're working on the pointer finger. You guys are going to see me omit the two middle fingers, and I'm very, very zoomed in because I want you all to see the work. I can't stand when I'm watching a nail video and you can't really see what they're doing. I know some of my old videos are like that because I do it from my cell phone. I don't use my camera anymore. It's just way too much work on the camera. It's much easier to do it on my cell phone. I have my ways for quicker editing so that I can get these up for you guys. Another thing, don't come for me in the comments. Roxanne's hands are beat to hell. I've had this hand since 2021, and I do practice still. Okay, I'm not too good to practice. Now, I do have my moments where I'm not really practicing because I'm busy, but because it's a slow season right now, I'm able to drop a couple gems for y'all here and there. But yeah, she's been practiced on, and I named her Roxanne the hand, and she has two. She has a left and a right, and they're both beat to hell. In the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. This wasn't one of those hands where you just stick the tips into the deep cuticles, because it didn't have deep cuticles. So yeah, you had to glue them down if you wanted to practice. So I was ripping them off and ripping part of her cuticles. So that doesn't bother me. The work still comes out good. And actually working on this beat up hand like this, it helps me get the cuticles even better, because I have to really make it look good. Not that anybody cuticles will look like this, but because it's so beat up, it makes it easier. So when I do go in and work on a real person's hands, it makes it so much easier because I'm used to working on Roxanne with the raggedy cuticles. I hope that makes sense for y'all. I hope y'all understand. If not, just comment below. I'll explain it. So we are going to be doing some designer nails. And by designer, I mean Louis Vuitton. I want to do more designs. I didn't do a lot of designs in the past because money was tight and I felt like I don't need to practice laying stones. I did a lot of line work. I did a lot of drawing on the nails, a lot of French tips and stuff like that, ombre, stuff that I can do with my product. Well, sorry I'm out of frame, but I promise you it gets better. But now I'm just like, I have so much stuff. Let me get to using some of this stuff and, you know, showing y'all that I know how to design nails too. Okay. The Instagram stuff I know how to do. So I'm going to keep it coming. If you have any suggestions on a design, you can email me any pictures and say, hey, Miss Mary, can you do this? Or would you mind doing this? I would like to see you do these nails on your channel. And I would do them. I used to do it all the time on live. I used to do it all the time on live, making sure that I do what people, you know, request. On Facebook, actually, they would inbox me, and you can inbox me there too. It's Nailspiration, spelled like on my cover of my page. You can do that as well. I am really out of frame bag here, y'all, but just bear with me. I wanted to get that little part where I'm tucking the cuticles and making it look good. But promise you gives it better. I'm zoomed in too, so you know I had to work with what I got. Okay, it's hard. Kudos to those of you that got y'all set up tip top. Y'all are in frame all the time. Editing is on point. It's a lot. That's why I don't do this professionally. I do it as a hobby. You know. But okay, so now we are working on the two middle nails, and I am using some gel polish before I lay any acrylic because we are going to do foils. Yes, you guys guessed it. You probably saw from the thumbnail, and y'all probably guessed that I did not draw that Louis Vuitton stuff because, honey, I've tried, and I'm not horrible at it, but it needs work. Why do that when you can put some foils? Okay. As a nail tech, you're going to see that there's some things you could just make your time quicker. And if you have those customers that are huffing and puffing like a dragon because they're impatient, they may have ADD, ADHD, and they can't sit for very long. No shots out, no shade to anybody that can't sit long. But honey, make it easier on you and especially them. Do foils where you can. You don't have to draw everything. Everything doesn't have to be handmade. Use foils. So that is what I'm doing here, because I have some foils that I want to get out. Now, I have used these foils on myself. I don't think I ever did them. I said I didn't want to do them on practice hands, but look, it's a new day. 3 years, 4 years later, I'm like, I need to get this stuff out. It's been sitting here since 2000. Let me get this stuff out. Nobody's going to ever get this. Let me create something with it. And maybe if I create something with it, somebody will see it and be like, hey, can you do those on me? I saw your nails. I've actually had that a couple times. And it's no better feeling than having someone look at your work and say, hey, I want that. Not somebody else's work, but they're coming to you and requesting something you already did. You know, you can do it. It's a beautiful feeling. So that's my goal. And one of my goals in 2024 is to have more people looking at my work and then coming to me and asking me to do my work, not taking it to another nail tech, but coming to me and saying, hey, can you do this on me? You know? So with these foils, it's very tricky for beginners out there or people that may struggle with it, because I did for a long, long time. And that's another reason why these have been sitting, because I'm just like, no. You want to make sure that foil glue, it's called Nail Art Foil Glue. And mine's is by Beetles. I showed it really, really fast. You want to make sure that you fully cover the surface that you want the foil to transfer on. So I did the whole red part. Okay, I was talking through it, but hopefully y'all were watching and paying attention. Now this little silicone tool, it came with some art stuff, but you can get it for cheap at your nail supply store or Amazon. Temu probably sells them. Anywhere really. I'm sure they sell them on Etsy, wherever you shop. Shein, Shine, I've heard it pronounced both ways. Just get it. Type in silicone tool, nail tool. okay? If you don't have one, no need to panic. How I have on rubber gloves, I noticed that helps a lot. If you don't have rubber gloves, just use your hand, okay? You see me alternating between the silicone tool and my hands because both of them work, okay? So you want to make sure you lay that foil flat. This might sound like I'm yelling. I'm projecting my voice to make sure my microphone really picks me up because sometimes it doesn't. That's okay. You can just turn your volume down. But you want to make sure you have the foil before you lay it on the nail because that glue is sticky. You want to make sure you have it straight and, you know, right where you want it to lay before you place it on the nail, because once you place it on the nail, you're kind of stuck with that. Okay? Then you will start to see the transfer foil. It'll start to look clear. You'll be able to tell. It'll lift. The clear part of the transfer foil will lift from the design, and that's how you know it is adhered to that surface, the nail, aka the nail. Okay? See there? Ta-da! We got a beautiful LV design, baby, and that is cute. Honestly, I think this is the best that I've done in 4 years since I've been doing nails. So yeah. And you want to find another tip that I noticed too. You want to find a color that is close to the base of the transfer foil. So that's why I went with that cherry bomb red color, because that's what I always use when I use this. It's like perfect. You can't even tell it's a transfer foil. Like, it looks like I spent hours designing this LV design. Okay, but y'all know, those of us that know, we know. Okay, so we are curing that, and we top coat. That's another tip. If you are encapsulating inside of acrylic, you want to top coat this. Base coat may work, but I just use top coat. Just top coat it. It won't lift. The acrylic won't lift from the top coat. If you have a problem with that, then try something else. But you definitely want to protect that foil because that monomer is going to eat it right away. And I remember when I first started doing nails 4 years ago in 2020, there were people on the internet lying and saying you didn't have to do anything. You just go right in and start putting acrylic on top to, make the ombre, and it would eat away the foil. No, you have to top coat that, definitely. So make sure you do these steps and your foil will definitely turn out very, very cute. So the stuff that you learn by trial and error, it's going to be a lot of trial and error for those of you that are beginners or thinking about becoming a nail tech. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. So if you're an impatient person, this ain't the profession for you. Just keep it as a hobby. If you don't like following rules, this ain't the profession for you. Keep it as a hobby. Because the products that we use, you can really mess somebody up. You can cause contact dermatitis, you can cause fungus, or ingrowth of bacteria underneath the nail. You can do all types of stuff. You can cut people, you can mess up people's nail plates to where they don't grow right. You can do all types of stuff. So you want to make sure that you are just doing everything according to your state regulations and guidelines. Okay, now when it comes to ombre, you just gotta go with your gut. Okay, I kind of talked through that, but where you see the acrylic getting lighter, that's lighter pressure. Okay, that's the only hint I'm gonna give. I got plenty of videos on how to ombre, plenty of videos of me explaining ombre. I'm not gonna do it here. Other than the fact that where you see the product getting lighter, that's because it's lighter pressure. We're not dragging all of that acrylic down, just some of it, to give that ombre effect, and then if you get too much on the tip, you got the ombre going down too far, you'll see me take my brush and kind of push it back and remove some of that pink acrylic off of there. Okay, stay tuned because we're going to be encapsulating these. You want to see how I encapsulate. I used to mess this part up back in the day, but trial and error. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. So here we are encapsulating with clear acrylic, and we're keeping it mainly at the tip where there's no acrylic. I don't go in and encapsulate the whole nail, just the part that's ombre and the tip, because that allows us to file and not file away the ombre. We want to keep the ombre, right? So I'm just using some crystal clear acrylic. Any of them will do. And like I said, I'm not going over the whole nail, just mainly the tip. You want to make sure your acrylic is even, so it's still curing. So if you have a little dip, take that brush. Don't be afraid to take that brush and, you know, press a little more firm and get that dip out. Otherwise, you're going to be fouling. Okay, here I am doing the second nail, and we're just kind of letting that acrylic glide down the nail. It is so important to have your hand or your client's hand facing in a downward motion so that you're not flooding the cuticles. It's not running off the sides of the nail. It's going towards that tip. That also helps with building the apex and the structure of the nail, which I did not get that in the beginning. It really wasn't explained to me. Yes, not even in school. At least not the first time. The second time, I believe she did explain that when I went to a different school. But you know, there's a lot of little things and tips and tricks that help, that will help you, and you do learn them on your own as you go, because you would be in school forever if they taught you everything in school. So I understand why, you know. And then my state has one of the lower requirements. It's only 300 hours in the state of Nebraska, so why not become a nail tech? Now, if I moved to another state, I would probably have to go back to school because our hours are so low. Us in Iowa, which is our neighbors next door to the east, they require 325 hours, and I could have got double verification, or I could have got licensed in both states if I completed the 25 hours I wanted to get done. I was like, I probably would never work in Iowa, so I mean, if I ever wanted to, I guess I could call my local health department and ask them if I need to go back or not. But right now, it's still not an interest of mine. I mean, those people from Council Bluffs come right on over across that bridge, which they do anyway, because we're like twin cities. Come on over across that bridge, come to Nailspiration, get your nails done, okay? Or if you in Omaha, I've had people even further, you know, come and get their nails done from Iowa. You know, I have people from Davenport, people from Des Moines, all over, Ames, Iowa. I'm just showing y'all I am in my salon. I am not working out of my home. So I am in full salon mode, baby. And I am treating Miss Roxanne here like she's a real human being. Okay? And we only did one hand. I didn't want to waste time doing two. But as time goes on, I may do two. Because sometimes you want to see, like, oh, that went so fast. Right here, we're just filing. I'm out of frame a lot. Y'all understand how it goes when y'all foul. That's why a lot of content creators cut this part out, because you can't really be cute and foul and frame. You want that nail to look good. So you gotta turn the client's hands up to the ceiling where their fingertips is facing up, like they giving you a high five on the black side. You want them to turn their hand like that. That is the best way to get the tip straight. And I used to be so scared back in the day. Let me tell y'all something. Okay, this is stuff y'all ain't gonna get everywhere else, because people don't like talking about how far they come. I do. I used to be scared to ask people to do stuff. I used to be scared to ask my clients, can you turn your hand? Can you do this? Can you relax your wrist? Don't be afraid. It's all in how you say it. Don't be afraid. You'll get used to it if you're shy. And believe it or not, I am very shy, y'all. People think that I'm just, oh, hey, in your face. No, I have to warm up to you to be that way. I'm not like that with everybody. Or you have to have some really good bomb vibes fuming from you for me to just meet you and just be myself, which I have met people like that. And that's how I know they're pretty all right for the most part, because something about them allows me to open up and I feel comfortable. But anymore, since I've been doing it for 4 years, you know, whether I was working in the school or whatever, what have you, I've gotten comfortable over the years with, and in salons and stuff too, let me not forget to say that. I have gotten comfortable with asking people to, you know, hey, relax your wrist for me. It really hurts my hand. This is one thing I do. If you struggle with how to tell people how to do stuff, just say, hey, it really hurts my hands. When you stiff, relax your hands so, you know, I don't hurt you, I don't hurt you. Or you could just say, can you relax your hands for me? There we go. Most people, you could just say that, you know, but if somebody seems like they're getting an attitude because you keep having to remind them to relax their hands, just explain it to them. It really do hurt our hands. You know, it's like, you know, it puts more strain on us when we have to, because we have to be able, your hands have to be relaxed so we can maneuver you know, the nail tech can maneuver your finger or your hand the way we need it to, especially while we're fouling with this e-foul. Now we are buffing with a three-way buffer. I only use one way because that e-foul that I used, it was like a buffer grade, so I kind of already buffed. So I'm just going over the nails, boom, boom, boom. Nothing too crazy. I know there's some people that they pride themselves in their buffing. They buff for like an hour. Not here. That's a little bit much. And then too, I noticed if you buff the nails too smooth, when you go to put that gel top coat on the top, it's going to peel off because that you buff the nails so smooth, it doesn't have anything rough to really hold on to. You just got to find a happy medium that works for you. So that way, you know, you don't have scratches in the nail either. Because I've seen some nails where it's like, oh, I can see your scratches through your gel polish, which must be some really deep scratches if you can see it through gel polish. All right, so I'm just wiping the desk up a little bit here, getting a little bit of those crumbs off my brand new black desk. If y'all want to see a tour down below, if y'all want to see a tour on YouTube, comment down below anything that has to do with traveling. It could be a suitcase, an airplane, a map. I'm trying to think of the emojis. Leave any of those traveling emojis if y'all want to see my nail suite. It is really cute. I know I did one on here before. No, I didn't even do the other one. I had a nail suite. This time last year, I was in a nail suite as well. And yeah, so let me talk about this French tip. Let me know. Comment the emojis below if y'all want to see my nail suite. If y'all want me to do an actual tour with my camera, good quality and all of that, let me know. I'll do it. I don't care if I dropped this video a week ago and you just now hearing this. Okay, so with this, I saw a video that made this so easy. And please don't judge me if you've been doing nails for 30, 50 years and I'm new to, okay? I'm new. I'm a baby at this. 4 years ain't nothing. If you've been doing it less than 10 years, I hate to break it to you. We're all new, okay? 10 years, you're a vet. So, making like an M on the outside, like, I'm going to show y'all with the other. Nope, only do it once, so I have to explain it. But if y'all were paying attention, how I did like the side of the nail, and then I brought that other line in, and then I brought the side of the nail and the other line in, boom. It makes it a ton easier. And I know this isn't like the straightest, but hey, it's just a practice hand. Okay. Now, if you do this on a client and you feel like it's not straight, you can do a couple things. You can file it off, take up more time, or you could just place some real tiny rhinestones and no one will even know that you messed up the line because the rhinestones is covering it. But in this situation, especially when I'm doing French, I always ask the client, do you like this after every nail? And I'll let them know, I'm going to ask you after every nail if there's something you want me to fix. This is your chance to be picky and say, oh, I need more paint there, or oh, can you fix this side? This side goes in a little more. Can you fix that? You know, because I would be picky about French tip. That's why I never, ever, 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 ever got French tip before I became a nail tech, because I felt like I was too picky. And because I started off doing my own French tips on my natural nails. So here we got some of these beautiful flowers. I got these off of Temu. And you can get them anywhere, honestly. Some nail supply stores even have them. These little plastic flowers, it saves you time for having to build a 3D flower. Although I still like 3D acrylic flowers. I got the little heart. I had to cut that part out because I was totally out of frame. The little gold metal hearts. I got those off of Amazon. But Temu has them for like dirt cheap. So if you want to get some of your nail supply stuff, some of the stuff that you see, quality is everything. Some of the stuff on Temu, I'm going to tell y'all, some of that stuff ain't where it's at. I'm not sponsored by Temu, so I can say that. I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I can give my honest opinion. I love it. Freedom. But we just used the top coat to glue those in. Now, some of y'all be forgetting to put that little caviar bead. And these flowers came with caviar beads in them. I feel like that looks funny to me. So even on the practice hand, I got plenty of caviar beads. So I'm going to use the caviar beads so people will know that that's actually a flower. Okay, there we go. Boom. Then we're gonna cure. 60 seconds is the magic number. I don't even care if it says only do 30. I'd still do 60, just to know that it's just to make me feel comfortable and know that it's fully cured. Now, some things I do 30 seconds. Like if I'm just flash curing, I'll do less than 30 seconds. If I'm doing base coat and the bottle or the package says to do 30 seconds, I'll do 30 seconds. But top coat, always do 60. I just do. And you'll find your way and your groove doing things too. Look at that ombre, y'all. Oh my gosh, I slayed these nails. This is beautiful. I wish I did them on me. I'm not doing long nails right now. I have kind of short, medium short nails. But since it's still kind of slow for me, I'm thinking about doing long nails before I have to go back to doing pedicures. And it is a booger trying to do pedicures with some long claws. So make sure y'all stay tuned. I haven't forgotten about y'all and the pricing. I want to let y'all know how much I would charge currently. Now, this is before a price change is underway. My prices will be changing soon because, you know, the cost of living is constantly going up. So I do need to up my prices, but it's all when you are comfortable. Don't let nobody tell you you should change your prices or you should charge more or you should charge less. Know your worth and stick to it. And honey, y'all see this? I need to up my prices because y'all ain't gonna believe how much I would charge for this today as of February 3rd, 2024. This is how much I'm charging for this right now. And I definitely gotta up this because I saw somebody with a set kind of like this and they're charging way more. But it was short. It was a short set. So I definitely gotta up my prices because this is good work. My little flower. So I'm writing this down because I have to figure it out because I did a couple little things. And designs are kind of based on, I charge based on the complexity of the design. So I was breaking down the ombre, the foil, the design, the French tip. You got to charge for all that stuff. $91 stinking dollars, y'all. That is cheap for this set. Keep in mind, these are some XL nails. I think double X. Okay. So yeah, $91, which it only took me a little over an hour to do one hand, so it'll only be a little over a couple hours to do on somebody else's. So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe and see y'all in the next video. Peace.